When you think of Italy, you probably picture sunny beaches or Tuscan hills, but winter in Italy is a whole different story. Italy in winter is magical, fewer crowds, crisp air, and cities glowing with festive charm. From Rome's ancient streets to Milan's stylish avenues, winter brings a cozy vibe and a new way to experience the country. The weather, it's as varied as Italy's geography. You could be skiing in the Alps one day and enjoying a mild afternoon by the sea the next. This forecast will focus on what to expect in Rome and Milan, two iconic cities with very different winter personalities. We'll break down temperatures, rain, snow chances, and what you'll need to pack. So grab a hot chocolate and get ready for a quick, clear look at Italy's winter forecast. Let's dive in and see what's ahead. Let's start in Rome, where winter is all about mild temperatures and Mediterranean breezes. Thanks to the nearby sea, Rome's winters are gentler than most European capitals. Think more rain than snow. Daytime highs usually sit around 10 to 13 degrees Celsius, 50s degama. Perfect for exploring ruins without the summer crowds. Nights get chilly, dipping to 3 to 5 degrees Celsius, upper 30s to low 40s degrees Celsius. So bring a warm coat and scarf for evening strolls. Rain is frequent from November to February, so an umbrella and waterproof shoes are must-haves. Snow. It's a rare event, maybe a light dusting every few years, and it's always a spectacle. Most of the time, expect cool, rainy days with the occasional crisp, sunny afternoon. Rome's winter is about cozy cafes, green parks, and a romantic, rain-soaked cityscape. Don't count on snow, but do enjoy the quieter, softer side of the Eternal City. Now, let's head north to Milan, a city where winter takes on a whole new character compared to the rest of Italy. Here, the season feels much more continental, with a crispness in the air that's unmistakable as soon as you step outside. Milan sits deep in the Po Valley, nestled closer to the towering Alps and far from the moderating warmth of the Mediterranean Sea. This geography means winters are colder, foggier, and snow is much more likely than in southern parts of the country. Daytime highs usually hover between 2 and 7 Celsius, or in the 30s to 40s Fahrenheit, while nights often dip to freezing or even below, making for some truly brisk evenings. The cold here is damp and can feel bone-chilling, especially when combined with Milan's famous winter fog, known locally as nebbia, which rolls in and blankets the city. This fog can linger for days, shrouding Milan in a mysterious, almost cinematic atmosphere that makes every street and piazza feel like a scene from a classic film. Snow falls several times each winter, usually just a few inches at a time, but even a light dusting transforms the city's parks and rooftops into a magical winter postcard. While heavy snow that sticks around for days is less common than it once was, the possibility of a white Christmas always adds a touch of excitement and anticipation to the season. Milan's winter is all about bundling up in layers, wrapping yourself in scarves, and seeking warmth in the city's cozy cafes, where a steaming cup of coffee feels especially comforting against the chill outside. Be ready for sudden cold snaps, foggy mornings that seem to muffle the city's usual bustle, and the occasional magical snowfall that brings a sense of wonder to everyday life. It's a classic winter experience, one that's distinctly Milanese and truly different from the milder, sunnier winters found in southern Italy. So, what's normal for winter in Rome and Milan? In Rome, expect 10-12 rainy days per month from December to February, with highs around 12 degrees Celsius, 54 degrees Celsius, and lows near 4 degrees Celsius, 39 degrees Celsius. It's rarely cold enough for snow, so a good umbrella and a light jacket are your best friends. Life goes on outdoors. Cafes use heaters, and parks stay green after the rain. Milan, on the other hand, averages highs of 5 degrees, 41 degrees, and lows at freezing. Fog is common, and snow falls 2 to 4 times each winter, though it rarely piles up for long. Milanese winters are colder, grayer, and more likely to push people indoors to museums, theaters, and cozy restaurants. December is especially festive, with markets and lights shining through the fog. Fradi dag. In short, Rome's winter is mild and rainy, Milan's is cold, foggy, and sometimes snowy. Both cities have their own unique winter rhythm. So, what's in store for winter 2025-2026? As the colder months approach, many are wondering how the season will unfold across Italy's most iconic cities. Will it be a classic winter, or are surprises in store? Climate models are signaling a season that's both slightly warmer and noticeably wetter than average for Rome and Milan. This is largely due to a developing El Niño pattern in the Pacific, which tends to shift weather across Europe, bringing more moisture and milder air to the region. For Rome, this means you can expect even more rain than usual, potentially up to 20% above the city's typical winter rainfall, especially during the peak months of December and January. Streets may be slick, and the Tiber River could run higher than normal. Temperatures will also be milder, with far fewer freezing nights. Most days will hover in the mid to upper 50s degrees, 13 to 15 degrees, making it a comfortable winter for outdoor strolls and cafe visits, even if you'll need an umbrella. Snow is even less likely than usual in Rome. Instead, expect a rainy, green winter landscape, with parks staying lush and city streets glistening from frequent showers. Milan, on the other hand, will also see increased precipitation, both rain and snow. However, the overall temperatures will be a bit milder than the city's typical chilly winters, making for a less harsh season. Still, Milan's proximity to the Alps means that cold air can sweep down and collide with moist Mediterranean systems. This could bring sudden bursts of heavy, wet snow or even episodes of freezing rain, making travel tricky at times. Expect a winter of dramatic swings. Mild rainy spells will be interrupted by sharp cold snaps, and there's a real chance for at least one major snow event that could blanket the city. On average, temperatures may run a degree or two above normal, but don't be fooled. Big weather swings are likely, and sudden changes could catch residents off guard. Milan could see more dramatic snowfalls than usual, while Rome's story will be all about persistent rain and mild temperatures, creating a striking contrast between the two cities. In both cities, flexibility and preparation will be key. Residents should be ready for anything, whether it's shoveling snow in Milan or navigating rain-soaked streets in Rome. One thing's for sure, one thing's for sure. This winter will keep everyone guessing, with unpredictable weather patterns and plenty of surprises in store for both Rome and Milan. Let's zoom out. Italy's winters are changing, and climate change is the reason. Over recent decades, winters have become warmer and in many places, wetter. Fewer truly cold days, less frequent frost, and more rain instead of snow, especially in cities like Milan. The classic snowy winters of the past are fading, replaced by milder, rainier seasons. A warmer atmosphere holds more moisture, so when it rains, it pours, raising the risk of flooding, especially in historic cities like Rome. The Alps and Apennines are seeing less snowpack, which impacts water supplies and the ski industry. Earlier snowmelt and more winter rain are already creating challenges for agriculture and water management. While milder winters might sound pleasant, the long-term consequences are serious for Italy's environment and economy. The gentle winter rains of the past are giving way to more intense storms. Climate change is reshaping Italian winters, and this year's forecast fits the trend. Comparing this winter to those of the past shows just how much things have changed. The differences are striking, not just in temperature, but in the very feel and rhythm of the season. In the 1970s and 80s, Milan's winters were reliably cold, with frequent snow that stuck around for days, sometimes even weeks. The city's canals would freeze over, creating scenes that now seem almost surreal. Children would play in the snow, and the city would slow down under a thick white blanket. Now, winters are milder and more unpredictable, swings between rainy spells and brief cold snaps, with snow that rarely lingers. The snow melts quickly, and rain is often more common than frost. The cityscape looks different, with wet streets replacing the crunch of snow underfoot. Rome's changes are subtler but real, fewer cold snaps, even rarer snow, and more days that feel like a rainy autumn than a true winter. The city's iconic landmarks are now more often seen under gray, drizzly skies than dusted with snow. The famous snowfalls of the 1980s are now distant memories, recalled in old photographs and stories passed down from older generations. The last decade has brought some of Rome's warmest, wettest winters on record. Streets flood more often, and umbrellas have become a winter essential for Romans. Milan's winter is no longer a steady freeze but a mix of mild and cold, rain and snow. The city now experiences rapid shifts in weather, making it hard to predict what each week will bring. Romans are adapting to a new normal: warmer, wetter winters that change how people dress, heat their homes, and experience the season. Winter wardrobes now include lighter coats and waterproof gear, and heating systems are used differently as temperatures fluctuate. The winter of 2025-2026 is set to fit this modern pattern perfectly, with forecasts predicting more rain, fewer cold spells, and only occasional snow. Italy's winter climate DNA is evolving before our eyes, reshaping traditions, daily life, and the very identity of the season for generations to come. So, how should you prepare for winter in Rome and Milan? In Rome, think layers and waterproofing, a medium weight, waterproof jacket, sweaters, and comfortable waterproof shoes for those rainy cobblestone streets. Always carry a sturdy umbrella and check your home for leaks or heating issues if you're a local. Milan demands more warmth, insulated waterproof coats, thermal layers, hats, scarves, and gloves are essential. Waterproof boots with good grip are a must for snow or slush. Be ready for anything. Pack for both chilly rain and sudden cold snaps. For residents, winterize your car and keep salt or a shovel handy. Flexibility is key. The weather can swing from mild to wintry overnight. Whether you're visiting or living there, being prepared means you'll enjoy the season no matter what. Stay warm, stay dry, and embrace Italy's winter surprises. To wrap up, winter 2025-2026 in Rome and Milan will be warmer and wetter than the old averages. El Niño will bring more rain, especially to Rome, and keep severe cold mostly to the north. Rome's story is rain and mild temps. Pack your umbrella and enjoy the quieter city. Milan will see more swings, mild, rainy spells, but also the chance for dramatic snow. Flexibility and preparation are your best tools for a dynamic season. Despite the changes, winter in Italy is still special. Fewer crowds, festive lights, and cozy food. Know the forecast, prepare for the weather, and you'll have a memorable winter. That's your Italian winter outlook. Enjoy the season.